How are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. As you guys see, we have a new sort of video coming our way. Normally we just kind of deal with breaking news and just Vikings news as such. But anyways, I want to find another type of way to include you guys in the videos because you guys do carry this channel. I mean, the comments you leave, you guys give me ideas. I always bouncing ideas off you guys, even if you guys have no idea. I mean, I don't even respond to some comments, but some comments will inspire videos. Anyways, it's called Minnesota Vikings Fan Mailbag, where pretty much I'm going to be taking comments from my video. I'll throw the comment up on the screen. Comments that I think are interesting, or they kind of just spark debate and they spark topics. It's going to be called Minnesota Vikings Fan Mailbag, starting right now. Anyways, thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. Let's get right into it. All right, so we got 3 comments in today's video, and the first one we're starting off with is from Shamar Middleton. And he says, re-sign Barry, Joseph, and Peterson and sign Brandon Sheriff, and then start Wyatt Davis at center. I mainly want to focus on the signing Brandon Sheriff and the moving Wyatt Davis to center, because Brandon Sheriff, if you guys don't know, he's a guard for the Washington Commanders, and he played with Kirk Cousins for a little bit back in his time in Washington. And if I was, I just throw on some of his highlights from when he was playing with Kirk, and he knows how to deliver a damn good pocket from interior pressure. And I think that's Kirk's biggest weakness. So again, if we could go out and get a star offensive guard, and I always say guards and centers in the NFL, it's like having a closer in the MLB. It's like having that raw setup guy in the 8th where you know he's going to get you 3 straight outs. That's what carries you in the postseason, is that offensive line, is the interior offensive line specifically. So Shamar, I agree. I think they should really go out and try to get Brandon Sheriff, because he is a stud. I mean, he is the real deal. You could plug him in, close your eyes, and you know he will produce. And then about moving Wyatt Davis to center, that's something I would probably be more on the fence about. But if they are going to try it, and with Kevin O'Connell and this new regime, I'm all here for it. I think they're going to be a very aggressive group. If you think you can move Wyatt Davis to center and get the same production out of him that he would have at guard, and he could be better than Garrett Bradbury or anybody you could bring in, go do it. I bet you Wyatt Davis would be all down for that. He's a dog. He's tenacious. He's working his ass off this offseason. So, Shamar, I totally agree. Bring back or move Wyatt Davis to center. I think that's something they should look into, and then signing Brandon Sheriff. All right, we got this comment from Purple Pocket Podcast. He says, I would keep Harry, but definitely move off Woods and insert Bynum. This was talking about Harrison Smith's contract, kind of saying how he is making a good amount of money in this upcoming season, and is he worth it? I was kind of on the impression that, yeah, they maybe should try to restructure his contract and work something out. But then again, what you said, insert Cam Bynum. He's a guy that I forget about. The Vikings have a bunch of these dudes. Cam Bynum, Patrick Jones, DJ Wonham. These young guys, Cameron Dantzler's another one. These young players who did not reach their full potential, even scratch the surface of their full potential in the Zimmer era, but could they be guys that step up? Cam Bynum, him in training camp last year, Courtney Cronin came out with an article saying this guy's a stud. And then he plays 2 games, and he plays like a stud in this past season. And now he has a full offseason, new coaching staff. Cam Bynum, I agree. Move off Woods, put Cam Bynum in there, let Bynum and Harrison Smith dominate the back end for at least a couple more years. All right, we have this final comment from Samuel Siege-Slag. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. He comments on a lot of videos. He actually helps me a lot with a lot of the content I come up with on this channel. But he says same thing we could say about a few other contracts. There are several contracts that should be restructured, including Cousins. So many of our young guys need to see the field and step up. He says as always, good content. This is perfect. This actually summarizes what the Vikings, kind of their problem is on a bigger picture. It's a pretty complex issue, but he does a good job of just narrowing it down. The Vikings do have a lot of contracts that need to be restructured. Some of them are easier said than done. But also, Kirk Cousins is the main example of a contract that needs to be restructured. He's making $45 million next season. I will promise you, we have a 0% chance to win the Super Bowl if he's going in the next year making $45 million. And also the point about the young guys. We got a lot of these old guys on these kind of, not bad contracts, but they're just getting paid a little more than I would pay them. And we do have those young guys, like I mentioned, Cam Dantzler, Patrick Jones, DJ Wonham, Cam Bynum. I mean, that's only on the defensive side of the ball. You can't even talk about offensively with Kene Nwangwu, Madison, Amir Smith-Marset. There's a ton of guys who won't get chances or won't get as much reps and as much chances as they should because they have veterans who are making a more amount of money, and you're obviously going to play those guys more because they are getting paid more. But also, this is the new regime. This is Kevin O'Connell. This is KOC. This is their football team, and I'm excited because I don't think they care about the contract you signed with Rick Spielman. I really don't. So let me know what you guys think down below. Who are some guys that could step up? Give me some young guys who you think could step up in the huge roles. And again, leave comments down below. This is Minnesota Vikings Fan Mailbag. First episode. Leave a comment down below, and you could be featured in next episode whenever that comes. See you guys next time. Skol Vikes.